Hey guys, it's Dawn from Seasonal Designs. Today we are going to plant up some spring containers. It's been such a cold, wet spring here in Wisconsin. We haven't had any sunshine. It has been in the 30s, and today the sun is out and it's actually going to hit 70. So we are going to take full advantage of that. My husband is in the greenhouse right now. He's going to begin the tile work. And at the end of this video, we'll take a quick peek at some of the things that have been going on in the greenhouse. But right now, we are going to focus on getting this container planted. Now, what I'm going to use in this container are hellebores. And if you're not familiar with hellebores, they're a wonderful spring perennial. They come up early spring, and they do like to live in part shade to shade. But I use them in my containers in the sun in spring because it's so cool here in Wisconsin. They'll stay in here until the end of May when I take everything out, and then I can plant these in my landscape. So I kind of feel like I'm getting a 2-for-1. The other thing I'm going to be using are these little Teate daffodils, and then of course this lovely little viola. So let's get started. All right, so I've adjusted the camera so that you guys can kind of see exactly what I'm doing in this container. And the first thing that I have already done is I filled this container. It had no potting mix in it at all. But since I didn't have anything in there, I did put in a potting mix. And I want to just make sure, I always mention this, you want to use a mix that is made for containers, not a bag of garden soil and not anything that you dig up from your landscape. I had a bunch of Pro Mix here left from last year, and so that is what I am using. All right, the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to add a few willow branches for some height. Now, you don't have to do this. You're going to notice that I kept everything really within the rim of this pot. And that's because I love this container. It is from Unique Stone. I purchased it at Johnson's Gardens in Cedarburg in Wisconsin, and I just love the way it looks. And I love this edge, and so I really don't want to hide it. These violas will fill in even more and probably come right up to the edge, but it's gonna leave this whole decorative edge open for me. These are the willow branches that I have. And these willow branches, these are brand new this year, and they will eventually kind of dry out, and I will use these for several years. They do last quite a long time. And so you just kind of want to carefully stick them in so that you're not stabbing any of the flowers you just put in, just for a little bit of height. And I really love this curly willow. It just kind of has it's very sculptural. I just think it has a unique shape in and of itself. So I am going to play with this just a little bit more, and then we will come back and take a look. All right, let's take a close-up look at these containers. I think they just turned out so pretty. Very simple, the twisted willow branches in the center, And then the hellebore that I planted here, I'll get a close-up look at the flower there. Isn't that gorgeous? This particular hellebore is called Honeymoon Rio Carnival. Then I've underplanted this with some of the daffodils. I believe this is the Teate. And I also have in this really pretty pansy. Isn't that just lovely, the color on that? And that's it. And I'm gonna water this up and it'll be set to go. All right, so let's do a quick greenhouse update. This is gonna be more annuals. And then all of this here, all the way around and all the way up top here, I have all of that kind of laid out, and I just placed an order for all of the perennials. So that we'll do in another video, but let's do just a quick peek inside. We haven't done a lot in here because it's been wet and cold, but Steve was able to get started on the tile work today. Looks good. Got another wall to do over here. And the other thing that we did is we did get the floor polished, and I'll talk more about that when I do my second greenhouse video, but it turned out super nice. And then this is the other thing I'm really excited about, is this cart that we found on Etsy, and they made it to size for me. It's made of red cedar. It has this kind of cool rustic top on it. They put hooks on the front. It even has like a towel rack on the side. It's on casters, which means we can roll it any place we want. So I'm gonna use it as a potting bench and as a project table, but I'll also use it for display. If we have a party, we could move it to the center of the greenhouse and put appetizers and cocktails on it. It's just gonna be a very versatile piece for us here in the greenhouse. So super excited to have that, but you can see just a lot of stuff still going on in here, but it's coming along. Well, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Hope I gave you some really good ideas for spring containers. I hope it's beautiful wherever you are, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video.